Hey Vision Chasers, it's Dr. Byrd here. Got a question for you. Have you ever been in a classroom or any kind of a situation where it's very difficult for you to focus on what's most important because there's just so many different things going on around you, and your phone is just burning a hole in your pocket. It's calling out to you. It's just, hey, got a new Snapchat or an Instagram post. Look at me, look at me. Well, I've got something for you. I want to remind you of something, because I know that in many cases classrooms can be like this, and there are times in life where it's just very difficult to focus. But I want to remind you of something, and I want to use what I have here to teach you this lesson, how to stay focused and why you should maintain your focus on what's most important. So whenever your house is blowing in cool air in the summer or warm air in the winter, there's an actual filter on your unit, so the air that's blowing into your house, the filter makes sure that not everything that's blowing gets blown into your house, and therefore you breathe in. Because there's a lot of things that your unit blows into your house that you don't want to breathe in, that'll actually make you sick. So there's an actual filter on your heating and cooling unit that makes sure that you don't get all of those particles that are blown into the air. And so I have two filters here. These are actual filters that I use in my house. I'll show you this one here. This is an old one. I just pulled this off for you to see. Well, actually, let me start with the clean one. So this is what a clean one looks like. Okay, you see, it's nice, it's white, it's designed to catch a lot of particles. And this is the old one. This is the dirty one. Now I know it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm looking at this now. I want to sneeze just actually looking at it, because there's quite a, oh shoot, darn it. All right, there's a lot of dust particles here, and they're flying in the air now, and I'm going to sneeze because I just did that to show you just how dirty this is. So, and here are some of the things that the filter filters out. Okay, there we go. Hey, can you see me now? Okay, good. All right, so here's a lot of the things that the filter filters out. It filters out lint, dust, dust mite, debris, pollen, and my goodness, smoke, fog, and there's just a lot of other things that this filters out. And I really appreciate this, because how many of you out there are like me, where you have allergies and you're gonna be sneezing all the time, especially if the stuff is in the air. So the reason I pointed this out to you is that it is important. It is important because there's so much that's going on in the classroom. Your teacher is trying to teach a lesson, but also there are all these other things that are going around. Someone just told a joke. Someone may be off task doing something, and someone over here may be trying to get your attention to tell you about something that's going on after school. There's a lot of stuff in the air. And so it's important that you possess within yourself a filter to block out all those other things, and I'll call them negative things, because if they're not helping you learn the information that your teacher is trying to teach you, that you need to learn, then they're not helping you. They're negative. And so please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that your friends are negative, but when you're in the classroom, it's important that you learn that material. And it's not acceptable to allow anything to pull you away from your objective. And so it's important that you have that filter to make sure that you're only allowing clean air to come through into your house. And so let me break that down so to better help you understand that. your filter when you're in the classroom, your filter is your desire to succeed. Your filter is your desire to succeed. And if you want to succeed, if you really, really want to succeed bad enough, you will do whatever it takes to make sure that you accomplish your goal, that you master that objective. And your desire, your will to succeed, your filter will compel you to raise your hand, ask questions, ignore other things that are going on in the class, put your phone in airplane mode and leave it alone. But you see, you gotta have a strong desire to succeed if you want to resist the temptation of focusing on those other things that are going on in the classroom, of sneaking a peek at your phone every now and then when your teacher is talking and delivering to you very, very important information. And let me be honest with you. You'll see that there are students who can get away with mentally taking a vacation in the middle of a lesson. And then they'll come back and score very well on the test, and you'll be wondering, well, gosh, how does that work for them, but it doesn't work for me? Now, I'm like you. I didn't get it just like that. I had to spend a lot of time studying. I had to focus in class. And so everybody learns differently, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are like me, and if you're agreeing with some of the things that I'm saying, and it's kind of difficult to focus in class, and it's hard for you to filter out your friends, and they're trying to get your attention, and there's jokes, and then there's your phone. If you're like me in that regard, I want to remind you that you need a filter. And that filter has got to be strong, and it's got to be working every day to make sure that you are 100% focused on what is most important. Well, I want you to think about that. And until we meet again, please keep chasing the vision. Bye.